Okay, this week we got Brendan Allen taking on RDR. It was supposed to be RDR versus Anthony Hernandez, but Hernandez pulled out. He's been way too active. Like, I like active fighters, but there is such a thing as too active, which makes me kind of want to pick Piotr Jan versus Murat, but that's a story for another day. Right now, let me just go over some quick fire predictions for the prelims. Then I'm going to be going in depth for the fights we actually care about, because let's be real, no one cares about Melissa Croden, versus Tanabara Lisboa, which I'm going with Lisboa. Melissa Croden doesn't even have a profile picture. Like, she's some blank profile picture, Andy. It's like, come on, bro. You have to have a profile picture, you know? No profile picture, and you're 6-2. So, and she's Canadian. That's like all the signs for me to pick Lisboa. Okay, next, Azamat Bekov versus, I'm not going to try and pronounce that name. I'm going to Bekov. He had an awesome performance against Ryan Loder. Really good performance. He looked so good. He dominated Ryan Loder, which impressed me because Ryan Loder, he's not like some super crazy guy. Like, he's not really good or anything, but he's a pretty decent fighter in my opinion. And Bekov dominated him and finished him, which really impressed me. So I'm going with Bekov. Bekov is pretty good. He's pretty good, dude, and he's Russian. Sometimes that's all you need to get your picks. Next, Stephanie Luciano versus Ravina Oliveira. Listen, your last name is Oliveira. Listen, this didn't go good for me last card when I picked Simon Oliveira because his last name is Oliveira. But second time's the charm. Your name is Ravina Oliveira. Bitch, I'm picking you. Your name is Oliveira. It can't fail me every time. Like, I'm going with the Oliveira. Yeah, I went with Charles Oliveira. Now I'm going with Ravenna Oliveira. Let's go. Next, Kyle Prepolek versus Drew Dober. Drew Dober is a massive favorite, and I like Drew Dober. I don't think he's winning this. I don't know why he's a minus 450 favorite. Listen, I get it. Prepolek, he lost his last fight. It was against fucking BSD. It was against BSD, and I don't like picking guys based off them having good losses. Like, I don't like when someone is like making a prediction and they're like, dude, the way this guy lost was just so impressive. It's like he lost. But I feel like I have to bring that up because BSD is way better than Drew Dober. Way better. Listen, I've criticized BSD a lot in the past, but still, how old is Judober? Like 50 years old? He's 30. Okay, damn, he's 30. So damn. Okay, he's not that old. He's only 36, but still, he's taken a lot of damage, been in a lot of fights, and also, I feel like this has to be super relevant when you're making a prediction. Look at Kyle Prepolek's skin tone. Look at his shade. You know what I mean? Like, this is like Judober's like worst, like, not enemy. This is like the worst matchup for him. Like, have him go against Wellmaker or something. Have him go against Kamaru Usman up a division, bro. Like, give him a good matchup. This is like, listen, I think Judober's probably the better fighter, but I have to go with Prepolek just because they're shade. This is like, listen, Judober is like a Charizard. Prepolek is like a Blastoise. It's like you can like Charizard more, but you gotta Judober needs to fight a Venusaur. He needs to fight some, how can I put this? He needs to fight a Tyrone. He needs to fight he needs to fight Jalen Turner. Again, the rematch. Judober needs that rematch. Let's go. Then he can win because the UFC, they know what they're doing. Matching up Judober against some Bryce Mitchells over here. Like, what? Come on, dude. Like, he should be fighting Danny Barlow right here. Go up 2 divisions. Judober will probably win that. Here, let me. Okay, okay. But yeah, Barlow's versus Jordan Santos. Jordan Santos. Um, I'm going with Danny Barlow. Danny Barlow, going with my boy. Okay, Bruno Silva versus Haesung Park. Listen, I'm going with Park. Like, I cannot, in my sane mind, pick Bruno Silva. Like, I just can't pick him. Like, based off just aura alone, Bruno Silva is at like a minus a million aura. Like, he got schooled on by Manel Cap after kicking Manel Cap in his goods. He's kicking. You should be kicking him there. Kicked him there. Still got shit on. Fought Joshua Van, got embarrassed, and yes, Joshua Van did go on to beat Brandon Royval, and Manel Cap is really good himself. So Bruno Silva, you can even say, like, even if Bruno Silva wins, I won't regret not picking him. Like, you're literally at the lowest aura you can get on. Like, you got schooled on twice. Like I just can't pick you. Like I can't pick you based off aura alone. I have to go with the other guy. Like I don't care who Bruno Silva's fighting. I cannot pick him to win unless he gets like not shit on. Like you have to just don't get embarrassed, bro. But anyways, Charles Jourdain versus Davy Grant. I'm going with Davy Grant. Listen, I like Davy Grant. He's got some pretty good wins recently. Yeah, I don't know. Charles Jourdain got fucked by Gene Silva, so fuck it. Next, Matt Frevola versus Kyle Nelson. I'm going with Matt Frevola for this. I got Matt Frevola. Matt Frevola's pretty good. Both of these guys are like, I don't know. They're just unks, two unks fighting. Let's see who wins. I guess I don't know. Don't really care. Cody Gibson versus Awar Killy Lang. I'm going with Awar Quilly Lang. I can barely pronounce the name, but I got him to win. I got him to win. Next, okay, Faro versus Jura Zavikis. I'm going for Faro. Faro is actually still a decent fighter. She put up a decent fight against Shevchenko. Shevchenko's really good. I mean everyone knows that, but Furo actually put a decent fight against her, and Furo's pretty good. She has some good wins, so I think Furo's actually one of the decent female fighters. So I think she beats Jasmine. Okay, next, Cheeto Vera versus Zahabi. I disagree with the odds. I get why they have Zahabi as a favorite. I mean, they're pretty close odds, but still. I'd favor Cheeto Vera. Like, I really favor Cheeto Vera. I get Zahabi, okay, he beat Jose Aldo. That's a good win, but let's consider the fact that that was the worst Jose Aldo we have ever seen. That's him at his oldest, at his worst, his fight before he retired, and you still almost got nuked by him. Jose Aldo almost murdered Zahabi in the cage, and the ref could have stopped that, and probably no one would have complained. So, yes, he's technically coming off a win against Jose Aldo, but he's also coming off, almost getting KO'd by Jose Aldo too, and Jose Aldo, let's be real, he gassed out trying to KO him. Like, you won because Jose Aldo is a 50-year-old man and he gassed out when you were almost dead and you somehow survived because you look like Ariel Helwani and Chicheng, so they gave you some special privileges. I'm just saying, do an early life check on Zahabi. Do an early life check on him because I sense something going on with him, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, I got Cheeto Vera. Cheeto Vera is really good. The only thing that like fears me with Cheeto Vera is his activity in the cage. Like he throws like a couple punches around, and it's like, dude, you got to be more active. And it's not even like they just got to teach him to be more active instead of just going for like one punch, not even one punch, but like one kick KOs and like some flashy shit. And it's like, dude, like just like throw a jab out there. Like you can jab and teep. Not every punch or kick has to be for the KO blow. Like if he doesn't see a KO blow, he just won't throw, which is so retarded because it's not even a cardio issue. Like some guys you'll see like, oh dude, it's just their cardio. Like they can't throw too much because they'll gas out, so they're afraid of gassing. Cheeto Vera doesn't have a cardio problem. He's got a fucking mental problem because he throws 5 punches around, and it pisses me off because you can actually win fights, Cheeto Vera. You're a good fighter. You have a good chin. You have literally like, every physical attribute. He's got Stipe Miocic legs. He's got insane power for the weight class. Maybe not insane, but he has really good power for the weight class. He has a crazy chin, and he hasn't shown any crazy cardio issues. So it's like throw more and you can win. So I do trust him to beat Zahabi. Like Zahabi was almost getting KO'd by Aldo. Cheeto Vera I mean he's got more finishing potential at bantamweight than Jose Aldo, and he's younger. I do trust in Cheeto Vera. Also, Zahabi's like people forget how old Zahabi is. He's 37. Like he's not in his prime. Like he's probably going to be on a decline in his next couple of fights. So I trust in Cheeto Vera to not be complete ass. Like please, like don't be shit. Like and you'll win literally. Next is Holland versus Malott. I don't know how the odds are so close in this fight. Like this, like to me, listen. Actually, no, I understand. Mike Malott is Canadian, and that was a really bad. I mean, not even a bad performance, but against Neil Magny, like I don't know how he lost that shit. Like I don't know how. Like I get these odds. Mike Malott should never be over a minus 300 favorite because it doesn't matter who he's fighting. He can wilt, and he will. There's a chance he gets KO'd. Like there are certain fighters where it's like it doesn't matter how much better you are. Like Mike Malott can fight some. He can fight the worst lightweight. He still shouldn't be over a minus 300 favorite because there's a chance that he just gives up. And Kevin Holland is a super fast, like he is a super fast guy, super athletic, he's super powerful. So I wouldn't be surprised if he KOs Mike Malott, but I got Mike Malott. I just think he's the way better fighter. Kevin Holland, his last performance, he looked dog water. He looked terrible. I mean, I don't know what was up with him against that D-Rod performance. I mean, he looked good in times. He looked like he's never trained in his life at times. Um, but I don't know how you're making D-Rod look ranked. Like, I don't know how you're making him look like he should be ranked. D-Rod should not be ranked. You gave him the ranking. Like, how terrible are you, dude? But Mike Malott's decent. He has good grappling, good striking. The only thing that worries me is his heart. But we've seen fighters change. We've seen fighters grow heart. So maybe he's learned. He had a good last performance. So maybe he's learned from his last fight, and maybe he's less likely to give up. I don't know, dude, but still, it does worry me. Mike Malott does worry me because it only will take one punch, one moment, one slam, and Mike Malott could give up. But I do think he's the way better fighter. So if Kevin Holland doesn't force a situation where he makes Malott want to give up, I think Mike Malott will just clearly beat him. Mike Malott's good. Mike Malott's good, even though he's Canadian. He's decent. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. And also, Neil Magny has been looking good recently. Neil Magny has been winning fights again. So, fuck it, dude. Mike Malott, that loss is actually aging decently. It's not even aging bad. So, okay, for the main event, let me see how much time I got. Main event. Okay, main event, RDR versus Brendan Allen. Listen, I was so excited for RDR versus Hernandez. And I liked Hernandez. I was picking Hernandez. In Hernandez's come up, I was picking him to win every fight. Like, I swear I saw something special in Hernandez. But in this fight, RDR versus Hernandez, I know it's Brendan Allen, but let me just talk real quick because RDR versus Hernandez is such a good matchup. I was really seeing RDR to beat Hernandez because Hernandez does kind of have weak striking. Like Brendan Allen was out striking him. Really, his best attribute is his cardio and his grappling. He has a good game. He had a really good game plan in his last fight too. So he's a smart fighter. He can execute a game plan or something Brendan Allen cannot do. But I was gonna pick RDR to maybe not KO Hernandez, but I wouldn't be so. No, I was gonna pick RDR to KO Hernandez because Hernandez does not have good cardio. Not good cardio. He has great cardio. He doesn't have good striking. He'll kind of like he doesn't really understand striking. Like some fighters don't have the best understanding of striking. He'll just kind of leap in, and that's perfect with RDR's knees. And I do think RDR will be able to time some knees against Hernandez, not as much as, against Allen, not as much as he would against Hernandez, because Hernandez is shorter, and he does have to close the distance more, especially with his pressure style. Like RDR's knees are they're a perfect way to cancel out pressure fighters because you're trying to pressure him and he's blasting you with the knee up the middle. Good luck, dude. Like, good luck. It's going to be hard to pressure him and hard to, like, really put a pace on him when every time you leap in, he fucking knees you in the chest. He has great knees. So I don't think that weapon will be as open against Allen. They'll still be open. He has great knees, but they won't be as open. And he does have good step in knees. They're not only like RDR's knees are great. Like he can not only time them on the back foot as you're coming in, but he can also time them going into you, which you don't see a lot of fighters do. Like a lot of fighters knee off the clinch. Some will knee off the back foot. Not a lot will step in with knees, but RDR does that great. And I do think he'll KO Allen, to be honest. I'm picking RDR by round 2 KO, probably maybe round 1. I do think he gets him out there early. Allen he has given up. Maybe not given up. He has wilted in the past, and I do think RDR will put a pace on him if he doesn't KO him in round 2. I do think he gets him out of there eventually. Allen does have decent striking. Allen's a really good fighter. Like he's a really good fighter. His weakness is probably, he does make a lot of mistakes. I know Guru likes to talk a lot about that, but I'd say it's his not his chin, but some fighters just like their body language is terrible. Like they look like they want to give up. Like they just look like you give them any adversity and they're like, bro, I lost. It's like, I don't know. It's like if you 1v1 someone and like they're down on the scorecards and they're like, okay, let me just give up. Let me restart the round and let's go again. That's just that's what the vibes he gives me. Like he just wants to, okay, I lost the first round. Fuck it, I'm losing. Let me restart. I'll win my next fight. That's just the vibes Allen gives me, but he's decent. Like he's a really well-rounded fighter. He has good striking fundamentals. Like I do think he's a better fundamental boxer than RDR, but I don't think I don't think the person that's gonna beat RDR is gonna be someone that's like, dude, he's so technical, bro. You see the way he throws that jab. Chef's kiss. It's so perfect. I don't think that's the guy that's going to beat RDR. I mean, Whitaker is super technical. He couldn't beat him, and Whitaker has more heart than Allen too. So I don't think it's going to be a technical guy. You're going to have to go to war with RDR, and you're going to have to be able to have good durability, and yeah, and maybe good grappling too. But I don't think you're just gonna like out sweet science him, bro. Like you're not Floyd Mayweather, Allen. But yeah, and Allen does have good grappling. I don't really think there's gonna be a lot of grappling here. I think they'll probably just cancel out. And if Allen does try to grapple, I do think he'll lose the grappling exchanges. Allen does have a habit of ending up on bottom when he shouldn't really be ending up on bottom. Like against Mavov, ended up at bottom in times, and it's like you're supposed to be the better grappler, dude. What are you doing on your back in starfish position? Like you're taking a okay. Let me stop. Same with Hernandez too. He'll just end up in bottom when he really shouldn't be. Like you should be on top of them. Pause. You should be on top of them. You should be winning. But he just finds a way to lose grappling exchanges for some reason. He just makes, I'm guessing, he just makes some really minor mistakes that the other guys will capitalize off. And I don't know, dude. His grappling is supposed to be good. It does every time Allen grapples. It disappoints me because I mean, Vittori, he showed some, took Vittori's back, good on him. But against some other guys, where it's like I expect Allen to out grapple them if they do grapple, and then he doesn't out grapple them, and it's like, okay, dude. So. But he has decent striking. The striking will be interesting because RDR does kind of flail his arms like a fucking balloon man. So I do think Allen will definitely be the more technical striker, but so was Whitaker. Whitaker was the more technical striker, and that fight took 99% on the feet, or maybe not 99, like 90, 85% on the feet. And RDR was still winning exchanges on the feet. He hurt Whitaker badly. Um, he does leave himself wide open. Like he doesn't have the great fundamentals. He doesn't have any great fundamentals really, besides the knees. The knees are really good, but like he hurt Whitaker. He was trying to finish him, and he got clipped. I don't think Allen will be able to do that when RDR hurts him, which he will hurt which he will hurt Allen. I mean, Allen will get hurt guaranteed in this fight. Allen doesn't have that nasty power where he's on the cage and he can uncock a fucking massive right hand in her RDR. I don't think he'll be able to do that. If he lands, like let's say he's getting finished on the cage, if he lands a right hand, I don't even think Allen's the type of fighter to really try and count. Like he knows he's not a power puncher. So if he gets hurt, he'll probably just shell up. But if he does, dude, RDR is eating that and then kneeing you. Like you're not gonna catch. I don't think he's gonna catch RDR. I don't think he has that factor to catch him on the feet. RDR is just gonna walk through him, and RDR's been looking good in every single fight. Like that Whitaker performance was really good, like really good. Like he showed great knees. Like against Bo Nickel, it was like okay, it's Bo Nickel, and it was one fight. But after that Whitaker fight, that was crazy good, dude, crazy good, and it was on the feet too. Like he looked great. He looked great in that fight. He looked great. And if it gets to the ground, I do trust an RDR to be able to stay on top of Allen because fighters with decent grappling have been able to do that. So I trust RDR to do the same. Yeah, I got RDR by round 2 KO, I'd say. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a later finish because it is 5 rounds. Maybe they do take a slower pace, but I do think eventually RDR will walk down Allen, and I don't think it'll look. I see some people saying, "Man, this fight is actually closer than you think." Bitch, no, it isn't. Allen is not that good. He's a decent fighter. He's not that good. He's not good enough to beat RDR. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just saying that. But yeah, I do think RDR walks him down. What are the odds even for this fight? Not gonna lie, I think RDR should be. I mean, those are decent odds, but I really do think RDR is gonna wash him and destroy him, and he's gonna look great too. Maybe we're gonna get that Hernandez fight because that fight's awesome. That fight's so peak. I honestly wish they didn't even make this fight. I wish they just postponed it and just. I mean, depends on how badly Hernandez is injured. Maybe he's badly hurt, but if he isn't, they really should have just postponed the fight and make it again because that fight's sick. Yeah, I got RDR by second round KO. Let's go. That's it for my predictions. I'll get it. I've been getting some pretty good predictions. So, see you in the next one.